May 10, 1996. A storm hit Mount Everest. 8 people died that night. Beck Weathers was not supposed to be one of them. He was also not supposed to survive. Beck was a 49-year-old doctor from Dallas, not a professional climber, not an athlete, a pathologist who discovered that climbing mountains was the only thing that silenced his depression. He had climbed all over the world. Everest was the last one. His wife Peach told him, "If you go, I don't know what will be left when you come back." He went anyway. On the morning of May 10th, Beck joined dozens of climbers pushing for the summit. But partway up, his vision collapsed. A past eye surgery was reacting to the altitude. He could barely see. His guide made a call. "Wait here, we'll get you on the way down." Beck sat down at 27,600 feet and waited. Hours passed. Then the storm arrived. No warning, no gradual buildup. It hit like a wall. Winds of 120 km/h, temperature at 40 °C, visibility, nothing. In minutes, the mountain became a whiteout. Beck tried to walk. He fell. He got up. He fell again. Then he stopped. He lay down in the snow, and the night took him. The next morning, a rescue team crossed the South Col looking for survivors. They found Beck face down in the ice. Right hand frozen solid, left hand black, face crusted in ice, jacket torn open by the wind. They checked for a pulse. Nothing. They radioed base camp. Beck Weathers is dead. His wife Peach was called in Dallas. She was told her husband was gone. She began telling their children. The rescue team moved on. Beck was left in the snow. No one knows what happened next. Sometime that afternoon, hours after being declared dead, something changed. A primal switch deep in his brain flipped back on. Beck Weathers opened his eyes. He was at 27,000 feet, right arm frozen to the elbow, left hand a blackened claw, one eye frozen shut. He saw something in his mind, clear as daylight. His daughter's face, then his son, then his wife. He decided he wasn't ready. He stood up. He told himself one thing: stop moving and you die. So he walked. One working hand, half blind, at 27,000 feet, in the dark. When he appeared out of the storm and stumbled into high camp, the other survivors froze. A man they had declared dead, walking. The next morning, a helicopter pilot did something considered nearly impossible. He landed at 20,000 feet and flew Beck off the mountain. Months of surgery followed. He lost his right hand, his left hand, his nose, parts of both feet. But he walked out of that hospital. He went home to Dallas, to Peach, to his kids. The marriage his wife said was falling apart survived. Beck later said Everest was the worst and best thing that ever happened to him. That he had to nearly die to understand what he was living for. He wrote a book. He called it Left for Dead, because that's exactly what he was. And he walked home anyway. Every story has a last frame. This was his. I'm the last frame. A new story every week. Subscribe, and don't miss the next one.